time. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. You see the coincidence programming. Even crazier. And alluded to enemies. I mean, come on. This is coded fake news. If you're new, did you just see that? I know there's gonna be a lot of new people here. Did you just see that? Enemies 34. Having strong enemies is a blessing. 340. Always using the alphabetical order. You saw that playing with numerology. Either you reduce each letter to a single digit or you don't. Or you reverse alphabetical order or you don't. Or you get the number of murder right here. I think I might still have this up. See? 7 bullet equals 83. See how they changed it? This is a movie from the same gang giving this propaganda. Murder by numbers. The E is a 3. The D is an 8. Nothing else has changed. Murder equals 38. Death 38. Killing 38. Do you see how this works? Why do you think I'm here making shit up, trying to deceive you or something like that? If I was doing that, I would have ads on my channel, so it would be worth it. No, I have no ads on my channel to make sure that you get this knowledge and you leave with examples. Because I know in this day and age, people are too busy to apply it and all sorts of reasons. So I walk you through, I escort you through the rituals, the propaganda. How you see it. Death, killing, murder, all equals 38. Killing also equals 43, the reflection at 34. See, it's stuff like this that makes it hard for me to close my video, because it's like, you know, we skipped that before, and then we scrolled back up and saw it. But I think we'll be done here. You know, STEM, it's just more STEM propaganda. Guys, I studied STEM, so I'm not saying STEM is shit. I'm just saying, guys, they want you all to do STEM and ultimately contribute to more of their agenda. Designing shit, building things that's meant for their agenda, not your own, not, you know, like who's really designing ways to make better ways of energy and stuff like that. I know people are doing that, but it's all suppressed anyway. The government's going to keep using their oil and trading off that. I'll show you how trading works. I'll show you how trade oil futures. You think this gang's trying to get that to stop? No. So they make their money. But, you know, that's a tangent. You know, they're trying to get all the women in STEM and all this, you know, propaganda. I like these two birds here, too. And it's symbolic. But, you know, this is a play, guys. The guy might not even be dead. Or he could have been murdered by Atlantic Records. You see this? Atlantic Records. I love what they put out. You know, the people putting this propaganda on, put out who's doing this. So we'll close it here. There's a lot more here, of course. This is synced up with some other, you know, rappers, some other person. Please check out Zachary K. Hubbard's channel. I know he's going to do a really good video on this. I know Derek, Dan Barrett, they're going to put up good information on this as well. Look at the red and blue pillars of Freemasonry. Bow and Arrow, he's been putting out some good videos too. Check his channel out. He's probably going to talk about this too, and other people. And I'll show you how this guy got murdered by this gang. Go Lauren, look at his girlfriend. Lauren London. LC 12th letter. 1 plus 2 is 3. 33. And he was 33. You see this? And they're like making them adjacent. This is what I mean when I'm saying it's hard for me to close my videos. Because I know there's these gems in here that I overlook. His girlfriend's initials break down to 33. And he's dying 137 days. The 33rd prime from his birthday. You know, police 33. Masonry 33. And Hyde Park neighborhood. That's coded. Hyde Park 43. Oh my god, 38. You seen this shit? 88. 88 the central number to this whole thing. Hyde Park 88. What's his name? What was this guy's name? I honestly forgot his name. No disrespect, it's just because there's so much propaganda, I just get overloaded sometimes. Nipsey 88, you see that 43 in Hyde Park. You see another example. That's why I'm just emphasizing how coded this is. Nipsey 4334, Hyde Park 4388. See, I'm just showing you in 38 like death, killing, murder. I'm just showing you how this all works. Hyde Park 52 like death. They'll hide 42 like nigger. So I hope these are enough examples. I try my...
R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle. They came up after him, man. He 33 years old, 33-degree Masons. They out here, aka the BLA. They hunted him. Man, look at this. This shit's sick, bro. What the fuck? This is crazy.
He later confirmed that he had worked with several producers, including Don Cannon and DJ Khaled on the album. In 2016, he released Famous Lies and Unpopular Truth. He commented on the 2016 U.S. presidential election by releasing the single FDT, Fuck Donald Trump. With YG. Other ventures. Hussle in December 2013. Acting career. In 2007, Nipsey Hussle played a small role in Bone Thugs and Harmony's semi-autobiographical film I Tried, which was directed by Rich Newey. In 2010, he starred in the film Caged Animal, alongside Ving Rhames, Gilly Dogkid, and Robert Patrick. In 2015, Nipsey Hussle was featured in the sexy Getting Ready song in the pilot episode Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, rapping 2 bars before abruptly stopping and commenting on the protagonist.
You're dropping $100. Mixtape, album, street album. It was called a mixtape because it wasn't my official debut. But it was sum it all up, you know. We sold out the first day. We passed what we expected to do. And Emory Jones reached out, you know, through Rock Nation. It was like they wanted to purchase some clothes. And we just felt like they already stood enough. We wanted to ship or something. Right. And so we shot some clothes back to Rock Nation, and then Emory shot us a picture back wearing a Crenshaw sweater. And that was dope to me because, you know, through Jay Rollins, we kind of know him. You know, that he stood up, he did his time. Why did they kill all holistic doctors?
Why he got shot 6 times?
Shortstopping that grind. Why do niggas get killed for hustling in front of a nigga's spot? You shortstopping the grind. And these niggas, they check is billions. You got niggas that get flipped for a couple $100,000. So you playing with some pharmaceutical money, you know. And what's crazy, I'm working on doing a documentary on the trial in 1985. Dr. 7 went to trial against New York, right? Because he put a newspaper, he cured AIDS.
Yeah. So there he is. Look, why is he doing this? Just rap. They are after us.
Ain't nobody talk about it.
That's crazy. I'm in the middle of doing this holistic detox right now. Days 6 to 14.
Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah. So.
No food, nothing.
And they said it actually can help cure fibroids. It can help you if you are, you know, cancer and you have a heart issue. And it's all natural herbs and all organic.
You hear that?
All holistic.
Yeah.
Now it's actually going to...
Dr. Sabi was on a whole other level.
Exactly.
Why do you think they killed Dick Gregory?
You feel
I actually
different?
feel pretty good.
Do you feel a difference, you think?
I do. Also because I cut a lot of things out and I haven't had any food, nothing solid at all in the past 6 days, but I feel alright, better than I thought.
Just to go back to the Dr. Sebi thing real quick, what makes you want to do a documentary? Okay, get it right, man. What makes you want to do a documentary about Dr. Sebi? I think the story is important. I think it's a powerful narrative.
It is.
You know what I mean? And I think if, imagine this, anybody in this room, if I could say, hey, somebody cured AIDS, y'all be like, yeah, right. And then I could give you an example of him going to trial.
Everything can be cured. All man-made plagues. that he cured AIDS. Y'all be populating. They came with diseases when they first tried to copy like champions products or put some light on that case. Yeah, send the condolences to him, man. Hope he get real good. Recovery. I hope so. 6 shots. Listen to the numbers they tell us, man. TMZ reported it, of course. Hello, everybody. We'll let some people get in here before we get started, you guys. We'll let some people come in. Man, this is absolutely horrible, you guys. If you don't know, rapper Nipsey Hussle was just killed outside of his store. And the reason why it's so horrible is this was a good guy. From his and I'll tell you what, I made some money in Bitcoin for that 2019 run-up. Not enough to ever get rich, but a couple grand to brag about. And Nipsey Hussle had Bitcoin too, and was a Bitcoin investor. So you know what I mean. That's actually how I ever found his music and started listening to him. Was I found out that he was a Bitcoin enthusiast, and it made me kind of pay attention to him a little bit. And I'll tell you what, from what I saw, I mean, obviously I don't know his personal life, but from what I saw, he was a good man and a good father. But you guys, I'm gonna show you what's so creepy. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, and my condolences go out to his family. In no way do I mean for this to be disrespectful. I honestly 100% believe that this is why they killed him. And I don't know, maybe as details about the case come out, we will learn that there was some other reason, or I don't know, but you guys, you got to see this, okay? Not this. So check this out. I don't even care if I get a copyright strike, to be honest with you.
And then that's what I like I said, the medicine really is in the candy, because even when you drop a ball like about Dr. Sebi,
Yeah.
like just that one thing, they killed Dr. Sebi, will make somebody go research who Dr. Sebi is.
100%.
Dr. Sebi. I thought it was Sebi. Sebi.
See, my bad, I said it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm an LA nigga, man. My lingo a little
Have you
different.
met Dr. Sebi?
I never met him. I met his wife. Okay, so first of all, you guys, Dr. Sebi, he's that holistic doctor that was actually healing people without like traditional medicine. And supposedly, it's a long story with Dr. Sebi, but the industry got rid of him. And then Nipsey Hussle is about to tell you he's writing a book about Dr. Sebi's trial. And I take his products for sure.
Now, the coolest guy ever. I mean, he was, when we interviewed him, I think he was about 74.
Oh, y'all interviewed him?
We interviewed him twice.
Man.
Not here, but when I was on the other show. He was able to jump from the floor up here on his knees.
At 70-something.
And jump back down, no problems, nothing like that.
At 70-something, Dr. Sebi could jump up on a table and jump back down with no issues. Holistic doctor, okay?
Why you think they killed him?
Why do they kill all holistic doctors? Why do you think they killed him? And, you know, people believe they kill all holistic doctors.
Messing up the medical.
It's you short-stopping that grind. Why do niggas get killed for hustling in front of a nigga spot? You short-stopping the grind. And these niggas, that check is billions. You got niggas that get flipped for a couple $100,000. So you playing with some pharmaceutical money.
You know, and what's crazy, I'm working on doing a documentary on the trial in 1985 when Dr. Sebi went to trial against New York, right? Because he put in the newspaper he cured AIDS.
Yeah.
He beat the case,
Yeah.
and he went to federal court the next day and beat that case on record.
Yep.
Ain't nobody talk about it.
That's crazy. I'm in the middle of doing this holistic detox right now.
But he is gonna make a movie about it. Do you see the connection here? Dr. Sebi beats the feds, mysterious circumstances around Dr. Sebi's death. Basically, the medical industry probably took him out. I honestly wonder if making this video makes me a target also, for the fact that I'm pointing out that Nipsey Hussle was about to break the story. You know what I mean? Bring it to the mainstream about Dr. Sebi, and he like had real results of healing people in holistic ways without medicine. So, you know, they destroyed the guy's career for it, and Nipsey Hussle was about to do something with it. And rest in peace. He was just found shot outside of his store, and yeah, I mean it's devastating. I told you he was a Bitcoin enthusiast back when I was trading Bitcoin. He had even mentioned it. They're cocky and they don't care and they don't give back and they continue to destroy the generation for riches. Here did he say 85?
He beat the case, and he went to federal court the next day and beat that case on record.
Oh, Dr. Sebi's the one that cured AIDS. I'm already targeted, right? But anyway, I love you guys. Rest in peace to rapper Nipsey Hussle. Violence is not the answer. We have to change this world.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. March 31st, 2019. Big headline this evening is the murder of Nipsey Hussle and possibly others, reportedly shot to death outside of his clothing store. And as you can see, he's dead at 33, that infamous number. I want to show you that no doubt this is another murder by numbers ritual. If you're new here, I've taught about this code of murder by numbers for more than 5 years now. There's a song about it from 1983, killing people is the sport of the elite. It's as simple as A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, kind of like a sick twist on the Jackson 5 song. The code of letters.
And like we just said a moment ago, it's the anniversary of Brandon Lee being killed on.
And there's another song out there called Gematria, the Killing Name. So, check this out. This man, Nipsey Hussle, he was born Ermias Davidson Asgedum, August 15th, 1985. And from his last birthday, his 33rd birthday, to his death is 228 days. And what does death equal in Gematria? 228. Number we talk about all the time with this pattern.
Young man dead today in connection with 67. Dr. Stevie dead on the 86th day. Love sacrifice 60
is 137 days. And what is 137? It's the 33rd prime number. Dead at 30.
Yeah, go date fucking Laura London then.
Days from his 2019 birthday. What else stands out about this man is his rap.
I ain't making jokes.
The way he spells
You're out here. You're out here
like
saying jokes.
And today, March 31st, 331. That's the 67th prime number. The 67th
yeah, QP.
Prime number.
Your little QP. I get it.
331. 67 is a big number. Blood sacrifice.
All right.
67, we see
all right.
Again and again.
QP and OP.
And possibly coincidental, possibly not, all news media is emphasizing that he was killed outside of his store. The thing about store is it carries a gematria of 77 and 58 like secret society. The world of entertainment is largely controlled by a secret society, which is Freemasonry. And a lot of these rappers are indoctrinated into it. I don't know if Nipsey Hussle was, but I have no doubt that the people who give him his paychecks, they are. Masonry controls the world of entertainment, and this code of letters and numbers is very much Masonic. Notice,
Nah, go to the fattest.
758, Secret
Fattest,
Society,
fattest.
5877.
Look at the
Freemasonry,
map.
Rosicrucian, Secret Society, they're all 58. And just to understand that the entire world of entertainment is ruled by this code, let's just look at today's college basketball games. Duke went down with 67 points today on March 31st. Duke equals 67 in 331, the 67th prime. What a day for Duke to go down with 67. And Auburn won with 77 points today. Auburn 77.
Why do we even want to hear you?
First loss today. UK lost with 71. The game was in the Sprint Center, 71.
Nah.
And Auburn's coach got his 300.
I'm dead, yo. Someone's up here. They just killed me. I'm dead. I'm done. I'm done. I don't even know.
You go learn this code, you can go through all the college tournament games.
Because I'm dumb as fuck.
Wow. They really are all scripted to the point. And they are. They're using technology to ensure the outcomes. So, we'll leave it there. A part of me is even, I'll just say this, a part of me is even wondering if this man's ritual murder, in terms of this being a spider web of entertainment and masonry, part of me is wondering if this man's sacrifice has something to do with the tournament. He's in Los Angeles, UCLA, one of the most dominant teams in tournament history. Of course, they're not there this year. But the thing about 85 is this. That's the year of the first March Madness tournament ever. The first March Madness tournament ever, and not arbitrarily, with the alphabetic order, basketball's 85. You know, basketball's 85. We talked about how Mike Kofer, whose name equals 85, went down on the first day of the tournament at age 58. Remember that? The Florida State center's dad? Florida State was eliminated with 58 points the same day Tennessee was eliminated, and Mike Kofer played college ball at Tennessee. Florida State and Tennessee go down the same day. But if you are new here, you should know there's 4 base ciphers. The alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. The alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. The reverse alphabetic order, and the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Notice Michigan State won their big game today with 68 points. But RIP to this man. Please help support this knowledge, support this work. Some people get mad at me and say, you're trying to make money off somebody's death. That's not what it's about. I'm trying to prevent the next death. I did this for 5 years for free. You know, people weren't hearing me. I put a book together that's 800 pages long. I only charge $5 for it. The longest chapter in this book is called Murder by Numbers, and it's about how people are killed by this same repetitive code, the same repetitive patterns, dying 228 days from the birthday. You know, their birthday synced up with the name, you know, synced up with the age, you know, numbers that connect to sacrifice. It's just the same repetitive thing over and over. And the world needs to know, because when enough people know, there's going to be an end to this. And these entertainers, you know, they need the awareness too, so they know how to protect themselves. Till next time, Truth Seeker.
the things he was doing in the community that you're so happy? The things you were most proud of you doing? Yes, it's
Nigga, no first shot, nigga. Coming to Ps4 yard, nigga. 34 years old, bitch ass. They gonna act like public servants. I can't believe this. Why they gonna do that to him when he's good to a lot of people out here?
Tell me the things that he did in the community that you're most proud of.
He helped a lot of people out. You know, people who smoked up and things. He talked to them with sense, you know?
Yeah.
You don't come over here, rush shotting us, act like you're just doing the fuck you want to do. Treat us with respect. You are public servants. That's what you are. You don't earn your own money, you get taxpayer money. Alright, so don't get it twisted.
They ain't gonna feel that way.
We just had a tragedy here of one of our own, and we don't need your looking over exasperate.
Right.
Well, here we are, without hope, without a future. All is lost. The Green New Deal was voted down in the Senate. The final tally was 0 to 57. Not one senator voted for this legislation. Not a single one. They all said, "Oh no, we'd rather drown the planet." And so be it. That's what's going to happen. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has told us time and time again that if we don't pass the Green New Deal, we are all going to die. And I believe Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She would not lie. If she says it, it's true. Even if it's factually wrong, it's still morally correct. So even if we don't die factually, we're still going to die morally. So what's the point anymore? That's the question I'm asking now. What am I doing here in this place? What are you doing watching this? It's over. Don't you get it? It's all over. Everything's going to die. The caribou will die first. They're already dying. The polar bears are next. The penguins will go. No ark is going to save them this time, or us. But the difference is we deserve it. We deserve to die. Okay? Well, I don't deserve it, but you deserve it. I've done my part. I tried to save the planet. I rode my bike to the post office last week. I reused my hotel towels.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. March 31st, 2019. Alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, the reverse alphabetic order, and the reverse alphabetic order with the rules.
I guess I developed a closer relationship to God and forgave and started to do good things and start to have love, even for my enemies. And I used to not even, and I stopped thinking like that. And I started researching, and also what helped wake me up was reading the WikiLeaks documents, and then your book, the Murder by Numbers. I believe that's a chapter in there.
It's a book within a book.
And I suggest that everybody on this live stream go and get that book for $5. It'll open your eyes.
I appreciate you saying that.
Me and my wife, we sat down, we read that together. And, I really don't watch sports anymore just because I understand it. I don't even watch. It's like it's not even real. I don't listen to rap music anymore because rap music, it entraps your mind, and what you put into your mind is your beliefs, and it shapes your reality.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. I love the work you do, and you're gonna help wake a lot of people up.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, you take it easy.
All right, you have a good night. Thank you. Well, the good news is so far this live stream hasn't been hacked. If you guys weren't here last night, my live stream was hacked. We don't even want to talk about what happened. The number's open if anybody wants to call back. I can only take one caller at a time. Aaliyah, the book's linked in the description of every video. So, here, we got a call right now from Pennsylvania. What's up, caller?
Hey, how's it going, Zach?
Going well, how are you?
Pretty good. I just want to know your thoughts about Saturn and the whole tie into things about the occult.
Yeah, so Saturn is the keeper of time associated with death and judgment.
Yeah, that's the regular shit people say, but do you have anything in depth on it?
Well, for example...
Bro, I support your work, I'm sorry. But can you get in deep? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you keep talking while I'm trying to explain things. Like, so for example, the other year when Yom Kippur fell on the day leaving 93 days left in the year, I said, watch, there's going to be a huge false flag right around Yom Kippur. You got to turn down the video volume in the background, man.
Say again.
Alright, here, I'm hanging up on that guy, but just to answer his question, Saturn is very important to the occult. It's associated with time. It's the Grim Reaper. That's where the Grim Reaper scythe comes from. So many of these celebrity deaths are connected to Saturn. They're all time rituals. But the other year when Yom Kippur fell on the day leaving 93 days left in the year, Saturn equals 93, I said, watch, there'll be a big false flag in the world, maybe the biggest since 9/11. And it ended up being the Vegas shooting in Sin City. Yom Kippur is about atonement and judgment for your sins. What's up, caller?
Hey, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, man. We got a time delay going on here or something. Hey, this is John. I used to call on a different number. I just want to say, brother, I'm still with you. I still support you. Always will. That was the first live stream I've caught in forever. I just love you, man. I appreciate you, and I support you 100%. I'd like to get my wrench back, man.
Oh, well, I took away everybody's wrench.
Tonight, man.
I took away everyone's wrench because too many people were getting banned that shouldn't get banned, so.
Yeah, well, I didn't ban anybody. I might time them out, but I'm not going to ban anybody, you know? Just, I love you, man. I'm just so happy to catch another live stream, man.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support and love. You be safe out there. You have a good night, man.
All right, man.
All right. Take care.
Peace.
What's up? You got one more thing to say? Guess not. All right, the line's open. Somebody asked about the book. Again, to get to the book, it's just the top link right here. You can see in the description. Go right here. The book's just $4.99. Instant download. You're welcome to print it out. It's 800 pages, so it's good to have the ebook. Quick to reference things. What's up, caller?
Hey,
Thank you.
Dr. Sebi, he actually won a criminal case that was
Go to construction.
Him for making that very claim that he cured AIDS. And I know what you're talking about. When you look at his videos, he talks in a very roundabout way. He doesn't get to the point. And that's because his curative process, his protocol was a step by step. And he wasn't given to giving that out. And you can't really say that on open recordings as a doctor. They will actually they'll lock you up and kill you or sanction you. So that's what he was saying. You can't.
That's what he should have said. He should have made that statement instead of the way he'd always go about it, which was just like bullshitting
yeah, but
people.
He's not a doctor in the AMA sense, okay? He's not an allopathic doctor, all right? One of the things you may want to research is how allopathic doctors took over homeopathy and naturopathy doctoring in this country. There was actually a 12-part series in Penthouse magazines of all places. It was written by Gary Knowles called American Genocide. It was probably one of the best journalistic pieces I've ever read. It tells you the whole history of American medicine and how it was corrupted. and how this process started in the 1840s and 1850s, and how it progressed and how the allopathic doctors took over. But that's a little sidebar. But you may want to look into that. I've been trying to find that series for a long time, and I can't come across it. But it was it's probably on some BitTorrent someplace. But it's called American Genocide by Gary Nolan. Gary Nolan's a very prominent health nutritionist doctor. So.
Do you even know what he's saying?
Okay, American Genocide. I'll look it up. I appreciate it.
What is he saying?
Yeah, 12 part.
We have no control. Well, yeah, when you say it like that, you don't have any control. You're right. You don't. The result of what? Hold on. The result of what? The result of what? Calling out people for killing people for coming up with good ideas? No, we ain't gonna kill him. We put him in jail. So hold on, they got too much money to what? Not get locked up? Because last I knew, when you get served a subpoena, you either show up at court or you go on the run. So you think all these people are going to go on the run? Nah, that's not true. They get a subpoena, and if they go on the run, then yeah, they live their life on the run. That's worse than being locked up sometimes. And they eventually get caught. It might take 10 years, but they'll get caught if they fucking run. But the point is, if we all have the idea that nothing's going to come out of doing anything about it, and it's pointless and it's worthless to even talk about it or make a discussion or even question the fact that some things might be happening around us that, no, we don't have control over it, but if we all work together and we got the same spirit, we might be able to do something about it. But we would all have to stick with the same spirit. We'd have to be connected on a level where no one could shake us. And it's hard in this day and age for people to work together. Everyone's against each other. They compartmentalized everything for a reason, to make it so no one can do anything against their shit. But bro, they are out to kill us. They want to depopulate the earth. Of course they're out to kill us. They hate the population. Let me tell you something, dude. God wants to multiply, add and multiply, and the devil wants to subtract and divide, alright? So it means no people on planet Earth, well, maybe a few thousand robots for him, and that's it. He hates human beings, okay? So in order to want to kill everybody, you would have to be that sinister, and he is. He wants to take out the whole human race. If he had his choice, if he had his way, he would have took out the human race a long time ago. But there's steps in all that. You got to take big steps to wipe out populations like that without anybody knowing anything. I mean, in this day and age, they pretty much got it on lock with secret warfare and killing people without a trail, without a footprint behind it. They got that technology to do that, and they do it 24/7. That's all they do is kill people with secret shit in the light, or they do it in the dark. So all the people that are dying around us, when we all wake the fuck up and say, yo, something's going on, they're definitely killing everybody around us. Here's our sign. And we don't form in a together. Who's the asshole there? I'm not a coward, and I'm not an asshole like that. I would want to do something about it. I got that spirit in me, and I didn't always have it. I wasn't born with it. Huh? The they is a few different factions. It's not just one, there's about 4. And they're all secret societies that work together, and they're all occultic, and they all support each other, but then again, they all war back and forth because they all got their own little things going on. So they work together, they war between each other, but all in all, they all work to the same goals. And it's basically to kill everybody and end the world. And to bring prophecy to light, like to make it happen. Like if they could do anything to speed up the prophecies and make things happen, they will. Of course I do, dude. Are you crazy? Do you not, dude? Nowadays, if you know anything, that's like the tip of the iceberg right there. Is how they're poisoning us, and they're putting barium, sodium dioxide, and fucking what is it? It's a heavy metal. It's fucking aluminum that they put in the fucking air. So when it comes down after they spray it, a few days after. If you had a UV light, if you go on YouTube and look up UV light chemtrails raining, you'll see the clumps of shit. It looks like clumps of dust coming out of the air like crazy, dude. But you won't be able to see it with the naked eye, especially at night and shit when it happens. So if you watch it on the thing, you'll see that all that coming down day in and day out, and breathing it in, and it looks disgusting, bro. It looks like flying bacteria, dude. It moves and all that shit. They are I just told you, they're all secret societies, people that they are the enemy, okay? Put it this way, or that way. The ones who want to kill and destroy. Steal, kill, and destroy. Don't they live what? They live under the same sky. Yeah, they live under the same sky. Lay down and bring me back, dude. Guys, bring me back. There's a dude behind you. He's right up behind us. Nice. Yo, come in here. I got a barricade. Why not? I got a trophy. Why is my shit breaking? They got a trophy. Come in here and bring me back, dude. Never mind. Alright, so my point is about what we were talking. When you come back, I'll finish it. You can't hear me now.
Series, it was in Penthouse magazine many years ago, and Bob Guccione, who was the editor and publisher of Penthouse magazine, who had the pleasure of sort of natural methods. He tried to make his publication a venue for talking about these things when it was very unpopular. So.
Very good information. I'm going to check it out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, just thought I'd run that by you. But Dr. Sebi did win a criminal court case where he had to defend himself against that very accusation. He came out on top. So, and it's not a big thing to cure AIDS, okay? So it's not like this big boogeyman they're putting it out to be. But Magic Johnson's still walking around. So.
Yeah, and the whole Magic Johnson thing was a hoax. So you should read my book, man. There's a reason they chose Magic Johnson, born in '59. Yeah. All right, man.
All right.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm still up on that. And this is there's some court case. Look, when you're in part of this Masonic mafia, they run the courts and everything. So anyway, he just gave me that fraudster vibe, and my opinion's not going to change about that. What's up, caller? Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Great fan of your content. Just want to say, appreciate the work, the information you're giving out. I have your book. It's a wonderful book. I haven't gotten all the way through it, but you know, it's a dense book. I'll give you that. I had a quick question. Is there any way to sort of, I feel like this is going to be a no answer, but to reverse Jumanji, like if I see a set of numbers on TV or something like that, is there a way to sort of figure out that there's a word in that, or it's some sort of coding, something like that? I know it's like, you know, I could see 322 and figure what that is out immediately, but what's your take?
Sure. When you know the code and you recognize the numbers, you'll see how they're coded in scenes of movies, TV shows all the time. I mean, horror movies are full of it. The addresses that are put on homes. I mean, when you recognize the numbers and the way they're repetitively, see how they're stuck, placed in television symbolically. You know, you have a murder scene and what's behind you, the address 380. You know, somebody gets murdered at the beginning of an apartment 38, and that stuff's just rampant. So that's what you're asking me, right?
Yeah, it's sort of like that. I saw a movie where there was like a bunch of airplanes, and it had like those little airplane licenses on the back wing, and maybe there's something. It's like Alfred Hitchcock was sort of with the license plate. I think near the beginning of the movie, anal and something else, and it has sort of a coding to it, so I didn't know if that was sort of like reverse engineering from going from number to letter. So,
yeah, it can be that way. I have to look at it and see what letters are up there, but yeah, it's done. So.
All right. Well, once again, I appreciate the work. Sorry about what happened that what some people do just to diverge the information you trying to get people informed. People just don't like that, apparently. It's messed up in the head.
Yeah. Too bad. I assume you're talking about how I got hacked last night.
Yeah, that was something else.
Yeah, it was something else. All right, I appreciate it.
No problem. You have a good night.
Right, take care. And super chat there. Thank you. Hold on, where did it go? Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the super chat. I noticed the people get super chats on YouTube for the followers. People just go and talk out of their ass and spew out all sorts of false information. Man, they just get super chats dumped on them. I was watching. What's that guy's name? Nasheed. I was watching his live stream for a second before I started mine, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, the white supremacists killed him. It was the white supremacists." Man, that guy was getting $100, $50, $20, just money flowing in, talking straight bullshit. Doesn't have anything to do with white supremacists killing. Had everything to do with the false Jews. Revelation 2:9. And
Yeah, man. I mean, it just seems like I imagine that the people who are making super channel donations are all people who pay for these guys to get on here and shoot and put out more false information and more division and more bullshit. I so enjoy listening to so many of these black folks stream on YouTube and blame everything on white people. It's mostly the false Jews who are behind it. What's up, caller?
Not too much, Zach. I just want to know about Saturn and why you cut people off as soon as they start talking.
Because I told you to turn off your video in the background, man, and it was coming through. I mean, it's common sense.
I'm sorry, dude. I was watching you on YouTube on my TV and have my phone in the background. Sorry.
Okay, well, you gotta be prepared. You gotta know how it works. And I already answered your question. And by the way, what day did what year did Brandon Lee die in?
Brandon Lee, I'm not sure.
Let me put it up on the screen real quick. He died in 93, Saturn 93. So.
Okay, what is that now?
Alright, I'm switching over, man. I already answered that guy's question. What's up?
What's up, Zach? Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Hey, I was looking at the Gematria. Hey, go to the Gematria. Type in Super Bowl number 53.
Just tell me what it is. I don't want to do this game right now.
I'm not trying to play no game.
Okay, but just tell me what Super Bowl number 53 was. What?
It's the score of the Super Bowl. It was the score of the Super Bowl, 13-3, and the first score.
Super Bowl number 53. Okay. Yeah, that is the thing. Go to 133 to play football, so 133. It's like I was scoring 13-3, 16 53, 53, 6 prime number.
That's pretty cool.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, they're scripted. The reason you know what, you guys, like when I do these live streams, I want people to call in and talk about the topic. Anytime that I take calls, it's like a 1 in 1,000 chance somebody's going to call in and talk about the actual subject that the video's about. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I was hoping that woman would call in. What's up, caller?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Hello.
Yeah, you're on. Alright, I'm switching over. It's too slow. What's up, caller?
Hello? Hey, yeah, I just thought you were saying, someone talking about the topic. What you saying earlier, how it just brings people. Well, I'm a musician, and I can kind of attest to that because, you know, I have friends that are working with these people, and it's just really shitty, like, they're getting these big breaks, and it's like, you know, I see, like, they post about, like, oh, it's just like working on this guy's album. And then it's like, well, I've been following your work, and it's amazing, you know, and it's kind of like, well, how would I, you know, what to do, because it's like, you know, definitely want to try and connect and, you know, try and talk to people about it, but every time I try and talk to people about it, it's like, seems like there's a wall. And so I'm still kind of, I've only been following work for like a few months, but, you know, just I have friends who are like, stuff, you know, gigs with on Facebook, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I just wanted to say, like, yeah, you're right, like, it sucks, you know, and, you know, definitely, like, especially with, like, Mac Miller, you know, and I know people who knew him, it's like, yeah, it's,
Alright, now this live stream right now. It says the video is available. Live stream was cut from live. Jeez Louise. Video unavailable. This video has been removed. Wow! For real? YouTube's on it like white on rice and a paper plate in a snowstorm out here. Good when it lasted. Dude, there's a billion dudes up here. There's dudes all around us. Get in this house right now. Get in the house. No. No. Yeah, YouTube. Not for long. When they make the new websites that we could stream on and not get censored, I'll be doing it on that. Fuck YouTube, but I'm on YouTube right now. Come on. Come on, move. Wow, I'm down. Fuck!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so before we get this part of the podcast started, I want to send up some prayers for the big homie out there, Nipsey Hussle. So in case you all haven't heard, he was shot 6 times in front of his store in Los Angeles today. At the time of this recording, it's 7:55 p.m. on the East Coast. And I want to say this shooting took place about 45 minutes to an hour ago. You know, whatever the West Coast time is, like, you know, I think they're like 3-4 hours behind or something like that. But yeah, if you go to Twitter, it's all over Twitter, it's all over TMZ. I don't really want to talk much about it because obviously this is like breaking news, but I've seen the videos and I'm just going to say, just from what I saw, it is not looking good. I'll go ahead and read you guys the TMZ article real quick. 4:32 p.m. on TMZ, so the article is titled, Nipsey Hussle shot outside of his store in Los Angeles. It says law enforcement tells sources, TMZ source, 3 people were shot at Nipsey's store, and one of those people died at the hospital. It's unclear if the person is Nipsey. We're being told that one man fled in the vehicle after the shooting. But anyways, like I said, you guys go on Twitter. There's video footage of him. Well, there's a picture of him. He's taking a picture with, I believe, is his son. And then moments later, there's video footage of him laid out on the concrete where he's shot. And then there's footage of it where there's like a towel over his head and somebody's alleging that he was shot in the head. And then there's another video where you can see the paramedics jumping up and down on his chest trying to, you know, perform CPR. Listen, like I say, I'm not saying anything bad. I hope everything works out for this young man, because I was never like a major fan of his music. I was familiar with it, but I was familiar with the things he was doing outside of music, as far as his clothing store. And I want to say he had recently rejuvenated or revived like a basketball court for the kids or something like that. You know, he was into some positive stuff from what I could tell. So I don't want to say none of us know what the deal is, but you know, how you look at it, this is very tragic in my opinion. But based off of those videos I've seen and the pictures, it's gonna literally take it. To me, it looks like it's literally going to take a miracle for this brother to pull through. Literally. So I don't know. But yeah, man, that's the latest with Nipsey Hussle. So once we hear more, I'll whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking on the Breakfast Club Instagram. They're saying he was allegedly shot. I'm like, I don't think that's allegedly.
No, that's not allegedly. Bro.
Yeah.
Because you can tell it's him. Because like I say, the picture he was posing with his son, he had like a white T-shirt on and some red shorts or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the picture of the person that's laying down on the ground has a white T-shirt on and some red shorts. So it's like, that's him. But yeah, man. So that's Nipsey Hussle, man.
Mad heads over here. Be alert.
Man, I don't know. That's very tragic. I don't know. Hope this brother goes through. Like I said, I don't want to make any speculations about who did it because I see people out there talking about, he got shot because of this Dr. Stevie
Damn.
work on.
I'm already done.
I'm saying something about.
I got one kill.
To Tariq Nasheed once that he wanted to do a documentary on Dr. Sebi. You know who Dr. Sebi is, right?
No, explain. Talk to me.
Dr. Sebi was this black doctor. He died not too long ago. I don't know how he died. Hold on.
He was murdered.
He died in 2006 in Honduras. But Dr. Sebi, he was real famous for being all over the internet as an herbalist and a self-proclaimed healer.
Oh, I heard of him. Okay.
He claimed he had a cure for cancer and AIDS and all kinds of stuff, right? And then he died. Let me see how he died. I don't. There's all kind of conspiracy theories surrounding his death or whatever the case may be.
What's good? It's Chigozi. Sunday, March 31st, 2019. And Nipsey Hussle dead after a shooting near Los Angeles clothing store he's associated with. He murdered at 33 years old. And look out, CNN updates their propaganda at 10:33. I just put out a video about this ritual. And now here's CNN's turn to give us the scoop, and they're publishing propaganda at 10:33. What else do you need to see? 133 government equals 133. Also, football equals 133, and this does have some parallels to the LA Rams Patriots Super Bowl 53 that just passed. I understand that this is a blood sacrifice ritual all up and down. It's an LA. L is the 12th letter, A is the first. That's 121. Blood sacrifice equals 121 using the alphabetical order. It's 67 when you reduce each letter to a single digit. And 331 is the 67 prime. March 31st, 331 is 67 prime. LA, another murdered musician, and they murder their employees using these ritual dates. Why March 31st? 331 is the 67 prime. 331. 67 is the number for blood sacrifice. It's 2019. 67 is the 19th prime, so that's why this is the year we get another one of these. It's very significant. Also, he's born 15/8 and 85. Freemasonry equals 158 and 58. Freemasonry controls the world of rap. Masonic equals 74, Jewish 74, rapper 74, Tupac 74, Jesus 74, Machiavelli, like he spelled it, 74. And understand, they pair 74 with 33 all the time. Jesus Christ, dying at 33. Oregon, the 33rd state, it equals 74. And now here we get Nipsey. 71. There's people being murdered or their death. deaths are being faked by ritualistic system. That's the main thing in black and white symbolism. That's the main thing in my videos.
It was never like disappeared and brought off into the sunset. It was always, this is our area, this is our community, you know, so.
We had to have the first original Marathon store. They have to be right here on Crenshaw and Slauson.
Right.
We're here at the Marathon Clothing Store, here to speak with rapper and entrepreneur Nipsey Hussle. He went from hanging out on this block
In the scene, boy.
to practically owning it.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
Let's go inside and find out how he did it.
Just the parking lot. This is where we first popped my trunk and promoted my music as a rap artist. So this corner
What's up, Brody?
was just where I became known.
To his family. We've been together since day one, so anything that he was involved in, I'm always trying to add value to it. Vice versa, anything I'm involved in, he always want to lend a hand and add value to it, so.
You know, my brother, he's always thought 2 steps ahead and always been real entrepreneurial. One of his goals when he was young was to be a small business owner.
A lot of people in this area remember us from across the street hustling. We had tables across the street. We had socks. We had t-shirts. Me and my business partner, Fats, was a business partner in the label, in the clothing line, and everything. The police had arrested us, took all our stuff before the police.
A little continental thing.
Lightweight, you know.
You're like the most alert person we've ever had coming here in the morning.
It's early.
The most
I'm
what?
still early, right? I'm working to be alert. Trust me.
Yeah, people come in and they just be like, early, 8:44.
But we ain't gonna sleep till like 3, so.
Yeah, oh,
it's early. But it's good. Yeah, we flew in last night from Chicago.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's like yeah.
I've been in so many different cities. I don't know what time zone I'm on right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? We've been moving.
Yo, they got your phone automatically updates for you, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't know what the hell going on. We had a crazy flight last night too, man.
Oh, what happened on the flight last night?
Turbulent. I don't know if it was a storm or some rain last night. Yeah, that's no fun.
Was you on a private plane or you was?
No, we wasn't on a private. We was on a commercial.
Okay.
Flight attendants looking scared. So, you know, when they get to looking scared.
Yeah.
Bullshit,
Did you say a
dude.
prayer?
I always say a prayer. I say one before we take off. And then, you know, I don't think doubling up on the prayers gonna help. No, but thank you for that. But I was just saying, like, you know, I showed up, obviously, and done my part, but I always do. Not to sound crazy. So the difference is the team activated this time. You know what I mean? So I.
Man, it's crazy, man.
Sad story. Let's see if there's any updates. I'm not seeing any new updates at this moment.
My son Nick came through, got the hood lit. There's 1,000 Crip niggas out here right now. Got the car slow out here.
LA to BK, nigga, we here.
We're shaking. This your boy Special from Special in TV, Brooklyn. Look, my big bro, Big U, called me and say, yo, we about to pull up with our nephew, you know what I'm saying, Nipsey. And I said, you know what, fuck it, nigga, we gotta pull up for the bro. East to the west.
Some killer shit. Not on my hands, but it's still a gift. Pressure made up, do what you know, so. Do what I told. My girl, that's how I make a hundred sleeps, you love my soul. I need to take charge. Had a day when you were down, I was for the hype. When you still rest, when I'm cutting in the night. I'm a girl, I ain't got it, every time I tell a lie. Get real with you for the jumping on the better run. Fucking my craft, don't say me. Driving this fast Mercedes. Ready for passion lady. Passion lady.
The truth about the departure of Nipsey Hussle, Ermias Davidson Asketum, August 15, 1985. March 31, 2019. Known professionally as Nipsey Hussle, was an American rapper and songwriter from Los Angeles, California. Emerging from the West Coast hip-hop scene in the mid-2000s, Hussle initially became known for his numerous mixtapes, including his Bullets Ain't Got No Name series, The Marathon. The Marathon continues in Crenshaw, the latter of which rapper Jay-Z bought 100 copies for $100 each. After much delay, his debut studio album Victory Lap was released in February 2018 to critical acclaim and commercial success, and was nominated for Best Rap Album at the 61st Annual Grammy Awards in 2019. Rapper Nipsey Hussle died in a shooting on Sunday, according to multiple reports. He was 33. The Hustle and Motivate musician, the Ermias Asketum, died after being shot on the street where his clothing store, the Marathon Clothing Company, is located in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, NBC News, the Los Angeles Times and TMZ reported, citing multiple law enforcement sources. 2 other victims were involved in the shooting, authorities say. Right around 3:20 this afternoon, there was a shooting that occurred at the 3400 block of West Slauson Avenue, a public information officer with the Los Angeles Police Department tells. 3 individuals, 3 victims were shot. They were taken to a local hospital. One of those victims died at the local hospital, the other 2 are listed in stable condition. The PIO added, the subject responsible for the shooting fled in some type of vehicle, but I do not have the information of the type of vehicle he fled in. The officer said that the South Bureau Homicide team is investigating the incident. Just hours before the shooting, Nipsey Hussle tweeted, "Having strong enemies is a blessing." Musical career, 2008 to 2010, Bullets Ain't Got No Name series. In 2005, Hussle gave his first mixtape, titled Slauson Boy Volume 1, which soon became the name of his own record label. In 2008, Hussle released 2 mixtapes, Bullets Ain't Got No Name, Volume 1 and Volume 2, after signing with Cinematic Music Group and Epic Records. In 2009, he released his debut single, Hussle in the House. Later that year, Nipsey released a 3rd mixtape, Bullets Ain't Got No Name, Volume 3. He then collaborated with Drake on the song Killer, and also appeared, along with Snoop Dogg and Problem on the song Upside Down, which featured on his 2010's album Malice and Wonderland. In 2010, Hussle appeared on the song We Are the World 25 for Haiti, and was chosen to be the part as one of the XXL magazine's annual Freshman Top 10, a selection of 10 up-and-coming artists. XXL labeled him most determined of his class, and LA Weekly called him the next big LA MC. Hussle was expected to release his debut album, South Central State of Mind, in October 2010. Prior to release, the album was supported by the single Feelin' Meself featuring Lloyd. While the production was set to be handled from J.R. Rodham, Scott Stork, Mr. Lee, Play NSKILLZ, Terrace Martin and 1500 or Nothing, the album was set to be featured with the guest appearances from Trey Songz, J-Rock and Sean Kingston. Concurrently, he announced that he plans on releasing a mixtape with a fellow rapper J-Rock, titled Red and Blue Make Green. Following the release of a music video for Feelin' Meself, the album was set for a December 21, 2010 release. However, both these projects were eventually postponed indefinitely. 2010 to 2011, leaving Epic Records and the Marathon. After going through trouble with Epic Records, Hussle was released from the label in late 2010. After his release, he went on to found his own record label, All Money In. On December 21, 2010, he released his first All Money In Records mixtape, titled The Marathon, which features guest appearances from Cocaine and Management. On November 1, 2011, Hussle released a sequel titled The Marathon Continues, which features LA rappers YG and Dom Kennedy. Both mixtapes are available via iTunes. 2012 to 2019, Crenshaw and Victory Lap, main article, Crenshaw, mixtape. In 2012, it was rumored that Hussle would be signing to Rick Ross's Mindbach Music Group, MMG, label. Nipsey made a guest appearance on a fellow rapper YG's 2012 single Beaches 8SHT, which samples the classic Dr. Dre song of the same name and also features Young Money rapper Tyga and Snoop Dogg. The song debuted on the US Billboard Hot 100 at number 100 and on the Heatseekers Songs chart at number 11. On April 17, 2012, Hussle released a collaborative album with a fellow rapper Blanco, titled Raw. The album features guest appearances from YG, Mysta FAB, Yuckmouth, Be Legit, Cocaine and Freeway. In May 2012, he released a single Proud of That, which features guest vocals from Rick Ross. He was also featured on MMG's song Fountain of Youth, which appears on the label's second album Self-Made Volume 2. The music video was released on October 1, 2012. In December 2012, Hussle hinted more at the signing with Maybach music group Warner Brothers Records. It was but said that he would still be looking for the right label. Hussle, front, performing with singer T-Fly in December 2013. Hussle said that he would be releasing his third and final installment of the Marathon Mixed-Up series with TM3, Victory Lap in 2013, after it was pushed back from its initial December 2012 release date. He also announced that he is planning on releasing a mixed-up with a fellow West Coast rapper and frequent collaborator YG, titled 2 of America's Most Wanted in 2013. It was set to feature Dom Kennedy and DJ Mustard. Hussle performed at the 2013 Paid Dues Festival on March 30, 2013 in California. After deciding against signing to a major label, due to a lack of creative freedom, he chose to make Victory Lap his debut album. Starting in 2013, he released various songs from Crenshaw, including the Ninth Wonder produced track Face the World, and the Futuristics and 1500 or Nothing produced track Blessings. On August 6, 2013, Hussle announced that Victory Lap would now be released as an album, rather than a mixtape. He confirmed that the track list and release date would be revealed very soon. On September 1 and 2, 2013, Nipsey Hussle released his previous mixtape Extra Laps, and a load of old songs as singles to iTunes. This included a various of his old mixtape songs, such as That's What Hoes Do featuring YG, Rose Clique, Rich Roll, Keys to the City, I Need That featuring Dom Kennedy and Run a Lap. On September 16, 2013, Hussle announced that he would be releasing his new mixtape Crenshaw, hosted by DJ Drama, on October 8, 2013. On September 24, 2013, he revealed the track list for Crenshaw, which contained guest appearances from Rick Ross, Dom Kennedy, Slim Thug, James Fauntleroy II, Zero, Scheme and Sade, among others. The production on the mixtape was handled by the Futuristics, 1500 or Nothing Ninth Wonder, Mike Free, Rollo and Jiggy Hendrix, among others. He also released the Crenshaw documentary that day in promotion of the mixtape. On October 2, 2013, Hussle released 2 greatest hits compilation albums to iTunes, Nip Hussle Degree Volume 1 and Volume 2. On October 3, 2013, he released another trailer for the mixtape, also revealing 1,000 hard copies of the mixtape would be sold for $100 each. He reportedly sold out 1,000 Albanian Lex copies in less than 24 hours, effectively making $100,000. Upon the release of Crenshaw, Hussle said the Victory Lap would be released in 2014. On October 14, 2013, Hussle told Complex that the first single from Victory Lap would be titled Rap Niggas and was ready for release. On November 20, 2013, Hussle confirmed the Victory Lap features the productions from Rollo, 1500 or Nothing the Futuristics and DJ Mustard. He later confirmed more producers, including Don Cannon and DJ Callow on the album. In 2016, he released Famous Lives and Unpopular Truth. He commented on the 2016 U.S. presidential election by releasing the single FDT, Fuck Donald Trump, with YG. On February 16, 2018, Hussle released his debut studio album Victory Lap. Other ventures. Hussle in December 2013. Acting career. In 2007, Hussle played a small role in Bone Thugs and Harmony's semi-autobiographical film I Tried, which was directed by Rich Newey. In 2010, he starred in the film Caged Animal, alongside Ving Rhames, Gilly Dawkid and Robert Patrick. In 2015, Hussle was featured in the Sexy Getting Ready song in the pilot episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, rapping 2 bars before abruptly stopping and commenting on the protagonist's grooming routine. In 2016, he launched the Marathon Agency with business partners Karen Civil, Jorge Penich, and Steve O'Carlos. Personal life. Hussle was born and raised in the Crenshaw neighborhood of South Los Angeles. He was also a member of the local Rollins 60s neighborhood Crips gang. He was of Eritrean descent from his father's side and African-American descent on his mother's side. Hussle and actress Lauren London began dating in 2013 and welcomed their first child together on August 31st, 2016. London had children from a previous relationship with fellow rapper Lil Wayne, while Hussle had young daughter named Imani. Discography. Main article. Nipsey Hussle discography. Studio albums. Victory Lap. 2018. Mix-ups. The Marathon. 2010. The Marathon Continues. 2011. Crenshaw. 2013. Mailbox Money. 2014. Filmography. Films. Year. 2007 I Tried Little Ricky. 2008 Three Thug Mice. 2009 Malice and Wonderland. 2010 Caged Animal. Love Chronicles. Secrets Revealed. 2015 Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
And you don't got love for that culture. You're not native to that culture, and you don't have the understanding of what the qualities and the values of that culture is. You don't got no right having an opinion about it, and that's what the
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a swish in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killer. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's go, nigga. 100 proof flow, running shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. From Cancun, smoking Cubans on the boat. Then dock that Tulum just to smoke. Look, listening to music at the Mayan ruins. True devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising, my cultural influence, even revolution. I'm integrated vertically, y'all niggas blew it. They tell me hustle, dumb it down, you might confuse me. It's like that weirdo rap you motherfuckers used to. I'm an urban legend, South Central in a certain section. Can't express how I curb the tactics. Justice, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, held me down at times I seem reckless. Effort, got an L but got an E for effort. Stretched it, dropped them off in the Mojave Desert. Then left it, ain't no answer to these trick questions. Money making nip, straighten out my jewelry on my bitch dresser. Well known, flick up in jail clothes, snatch a champagne bottle from Rico's till T-shows. Whatever niggas, playing chess, not checkers. Nigga 38 special for you clever niggas. See bro, if you ain't living down by the street code, been through all these motions up and down like a seesaw, I can never view you as my equal. Fuck, I wanna hear your CD phone.
Deal. Hey, what's good? Where you at?
I'm right around the corner, man. What's going on?
Okay,
Buddy, yo, Fred, he's not here. Yeah, make it just. Nah, he's not here yet. Alright, let me call him real quick. I'm gonna hit you right back. Alright, bet.
Hello?
Supposed to be at set, man.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna come right after I'm done rolling this blunt. I'm on my way.
You know where the fuck you supposed to be going?
I don't know. Wait, it's not. Oh, shit. I almost forgot where I was going, nigga.
Almost forgot what I was doing. Almost forgot where I was going. I've been driving, I've been smoking. Almost forgot what I was doing. Almost forgot what I was drinking. What the hell have I been thinking? Now I'm just riding through the city. Now I'm just riding through the city. And ain't nobody rolling with me. And ain't nobody rolling with me. It ain't a problem, I'm gon' get it. It ain't a problem, I'm gon' get it.
Yeah.
Ride around smoking by myself. Don't you know I do it so well? Dollar signs all on my head. Rolling solo dolo. It's trip.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm not finna get no introduction or nothing like that because I'm irritated right now, bro. Now, y'all know it's been confirmed that Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed in L.A., you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, and already people are speculating how he died, right? And I'm hearing people say, you know, maybe it was gang violence because, you know, he a Crip, or maybe he should have moved out of L.A. because that's his hometown, and, you know, most rappers get killed where they from, right? And I'm tired of this shit, bro. Because let me tell y'all what's really going on. In my opinion, I think we got people out here, higher ups, killing our black leaders, bro. Nipsey Hussle was not the type of dude that would die from gun violence, man. He was too positive. He was, you know what I'm saying, motivating the streets, you know, telling them how to build themselves up with real estate and, you know, home ownership and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I put this clip at the end of this video of Nipsey Hussle telling people how to, you know what I'm saying, take their power back just by being self-reliant. You know what I'm saying? Because they really don't want to see us win for real, bro. And I'm just pissed off, bro. And it's starting to make me think about all these rappers I be seeing getting killed. And I'm really thinking now, like, bro, do this shit really be because they don't move out of their hood or this and that, or is they really putting hits on us, bro? Like, y'all gotta think about this shit, man. Like, if it sounds too unbelievable, then maybe it really is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what's up with Tupac right now, bro. Because I'm starting to think that they took him out too. They saying that was due to some gang violence, bro. That's bullshit. Cause, nigga, it's just been confirmed, bro. It's just been confirmed. They killing us, dog. You know, but I don't even know what to say, man. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? This man, nigga got new kids. Man, listen, bro. Y'all stay woke, man.
You know, how come you're not blinging and having all kind of crazy diamonds and all that? I guess you here to get your money right, huh?
All the time. I mean, you know, all that is cool for the image and all that, but all them is liabilities. I'd rather invest in real estate, you know what I'm saying? So
wait, can you repeat that again, man? You're up and coming artist. What did you say you want to do?
I said invest in some assets as opposed to trick off my money on some liabilities like diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Cars that lose value, people drop them off the lot.
So you're trying to get land.
Exactly, you know, a real asset. Take care of my people. You know, it look good, but at the end of the day, you losing value. You know, it ain't appreciating, it's depreciating.
What do you think? Why do you think it's so hard for people to get that message? You know, I mean, one half you get guys that say they got to impress the females. Female ain't trying to talk to you unless you bling down. On the other hand, you got other people feel like they got to show them to the homies and impress them with their riches. I mean, what do you think is how do we get that out of that mindset?
Man, I feel like that's insecurity. Material things ain't nothing. You feel me? At the end of the day, it's who you with.
following breaking news from Hyde Park where multiple people have been shot outside of rapper Nipsey Hussle's store.
What's happening, y'all? This your boy Nipsey Hussle.
Long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you?
Yeah, we're learning new information. TMZ and other sources reporting that rapper Nipsey Hussle has died after this afternoon shooting out in front of his shop here. Take a look behind me.
You know, and if you look where, let me show you. Stand about right here. You know, this where the police was busting from. And police is trained shooters. Police don't miss. And you know, he busted like this in a full, and he didn't hit my brother at all.
It's fucked up. This is here at Crenshaw and also Slauson Avenue in the Hyde Park area. Unclear the other victims' conditions at this time. We're told that 3 people were shot.
That's Nipsey Carter, Beamer.
We've been through so many different tumultuous situations in the parking lot, but the purpose was for what's gonna happen on June 17th. I brought up that story just to let you know, like, you know, it was a higher purpose, I believe, for what we're doing over here. It wasn't to get in trouble with the police. It wasn't to be a menace to the area. It wasn't to, continue a tradition of self-destruction. It was to build. And so all the obstacles and everything we went through for being misjudged and misunderstood, it didn't stop us. It wasn't a brick wall. It was a speed bump. And I embrace it as the resistance, the gravity of trying to do something great.
You can see the scene. Now take a look at this video. Skyfox overhead in the Hyde Park neighborhood after reports of the shooting with multiple victims just after 3:20 this afternoon. Multiple sources reporting that rapper Nipsey Hussle, whose real name is Ermias Asgium, was shot and killed. The 33-year-old was shot outside of his clothing shop called Marathon that he opened back in 2017.
We gotta get out of Dodge over here, yo.
In 1979, I think it was.
Yo, let's gang up on this. Oh, you already got him, all right.
You were charged in New York City with practicing medicine without a license. You were ultimately charged, indicted, and taken before the New York Supreme Court. Charged, indicted, and taken before the New York Supreme Court. And I would advise my viewers who might be questioning your authenticity that you won that case.
They're shooting me.
Now, so the charge was practicing medicine without a license and claiming that you had a remedy to cure AIDS, cancer, and diabetes. AIDS, cancer, and diabetes.
There's a lot of little jewels that you're saying in there. That's what I like. Like I said, the medicine really is in the candy. Because even when you drop a ball like about Dr. Sebi, like just that one thing that killed Dr. Sebi will make somebody go research who Dr. Sebi is. Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi. Sebi.
Sebi. My bad, I said it wrong.
You said Sebi.
I'm an LA nigga, man. My lingo a little different. I never met him. I met his wife, and I take his products for sure.
Now, the coolest guy ever. I mean, he was, when we interviewed him, I think he was about 74.
Oh, y'all interviewed him?
Yeah, we interviewed him twice.
Man.
Not here, but when I was on the other show. He was able to jump from the floor up here on his knees.
At 70-something.
On his knees. Yeah, jump back down and no problems, nothing like that.
Why you think they killed him?
Why do they kill all holistic doctors?
Messing up the medical industry.
You short-stopping that grind. Why do niggas get killed for hustling in front of a nigga spot? You short-stopping the grind.
And these niggas, that check is billions. You got niggas that get flipped for a couple $100,000. So you playing with some pharmaceutical money, you know. And what's crazy, I'm working on doing a documentary on the trial in 1985 when Dr. Sebi went to trial against New York, right? Because he put in the newspaper he cured AIDS.
Yeah.
He beat the case,
and
he went to federal court the next day and beat that case on record.
Yep.
And nobody talk about it.
So the question is, how did you win that case against what some people say are the toughest prosecutors in the land?
Well, it was 1987.
87, not 79.
Yo, there's a dude on the other side of the door. Right on the other side.
They were coming. When I told my mama that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient, she said, "They gonna get you. They gonna get you."
So let me stop you there. You said I cured my 13 AIDS patients.
Yeah.
So you had 13 patients.
Yeah.
Who had AIDS.
Yeah.
And then you say you cured them.
Sure.
You talk.
So my mother said, "They're gonna get you." I said, "But Mom, why are they gonna get me?" Because you must remember that you live in a society that supports a certain philosophy and a certain system. You being the color that you are, black, and then you're going against the grain, they're gonna get you. So when I'm in my office on February the 10th, here come the detectives. You were charged with practicing medicine without a license, selling product not approved by the FDA, and claiming to cure AIDS and other diseases. I said, yes. Well, you are making a fraudulent claim. I asked the detective, how do you know that?
Because you were advertising in newspapers.
Of course. I advertised in the Village Voice, the Amsterdam News, and the New York Post.
And you were telling people through your advertising that you can cure
AIDS, sickle cell, lupus, herpes, blindness, diabetes, paralysis, and others.
Okay, so they come knocking on the door and...
So knocked on my door and took me to jail.
Huh.
The funny thing about it, I was happy. I was very, very, extremely happy. When
I'm listening to Dr. Sebi, that Nipsey Hussle was making a documentary about that cured all the ailments that he was talking about, cured cancer, cured AIDS, cured a bunch of different things with holistic medicine. And when he figured that out, the feds came and got him and arrested him, and they eventually killed him. And they also killed Nipsey Hussle, dude. That's what this is all about. Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel, this whole video that I'm putting on here, and I'm streaming right now at the same time. Talking about it. Yes, sir.
I was happy because my mama told me they were coming. And I knew that I had sufficient evidence to prove my position. Not only scientifically, empirically, historically, and whatever way they would like desire.
It's crazy. I'm in the middle of doing this holistic detox right now. Day 6 of 14.
Yeah, you was telling me.
Yeah. So,
no food, nothing.
And they said it actually can help cure fibroids. It can help you if you are, cancer and you have a heart issues. And it's all natural herbs and all organic and all holistic without actually going to a doctor and getting
exactly. Yeah, how you feel though? You feel
I
the difference?
I feel pretty good.
Do you feel a difference, you think?
I do.
That's
It could be also because I cut a
come
lot of
on.
things out, and I haven't had any food, nothing solid at all in the past 6 days, but I feel all right, better than I thought.
Just to go back to the Dr. Sebi thing real quick, what makes you want to do a documentary?
Okay, get it right, man.
What makes you want to do a documentary about Dr. Sebi?
I think the story is important. I think it's a powerful narrative.
It is.
You know what I mean? And I think imagine this.
YouTube is great for people that are just starting a new business or small business owners like myself, because
this evening on the Rock Newman Show, herbalist Dr. Sebi has worked with Michael Jackson and Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and he says his line of soul food cures everything from chapped skin to AIDS. He'll talk about his life growing up in Honduras to winning a case before the New York Supreme Court. That's coming up on the Rock Newman Show. In his own defense before the New York Supreme Court, a case he won. He joins us now to talk about the case, his life, and his incredible work. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to find out today, we want to know everything about you today. Okay? Now, I've got viewers out there who I'm going to bet some struggle with something that I've struggled with all my life. This handsome face right here is always a whole lot cuter when it's 40 pounds less on. So we could start anywhere. Weight loss, AIDS, cancer, whatever it might be. But if I want to lose, and some of my beloved viewers want to lose weight in a healthy manner, but in a fast manner, what should we do first?
Well, in answer to your question, I have been struggling with weight since 1964. I was 291 pounds. Now, I only weigh 120, and I'm 6'2". I want to know what it would be like to be on the other side of being big. I want to see the benefits of it, because I've been told that there is such thing as the standard weight for height measure.
Yeah.
But we cannot live by those measures.
You're
Those
6'2" and 120.
That's all I 120 pounds. And trust me, I haven't felt this good in my whole entire life. What I did in the last 6 months, approximately 6 months ago, stopped eating. 6 to 4 days. But I made a mistake. I made a mistake because I had a speech to do in Philadelphia. And by not eating for those 6 to 4 days, I was going for 90 days. But I remember I had a speech to do in Philadelphia. So when I went to do the speech, I fainted. I had to faint because I was talking too long and I was not eating for 6 to 4 days.
Yeah.
What I've done was to discontinue anything that had glucose. Glucose is the underlying enemy. Whenever you indulge in glucose, it would be difficult to lose fat.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Honduras.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in California. In Honduras, I discovered a plant known as Cusca.
Okay.
Cusca is a plant that the Maya used to use.
Mm-hmm.
And they used another one known as the teosinte.
Okay.
I eat those plants. Those plants does not have starch or glucose. You will look at your body losing weight and you're going to get frightened.
You use the word frightened. I've been afraid, I've been scared since I heard you say that you gave up food for 64 days. What did you do during that 64-day period of time that sustained you, that gave you enough energy to just even get up out of the bed?
Well, I was in the village of Usha in Honduras. We have thermal waters there. We have a thermal water there that has a pH of 9.8. A pH of 9.8, meaning that this substance has a high level of oxygen. And it is oxygen that the body needs, not rice or beans or a piece of meat. It needs oxygen. That is the fuel of the body. So I was eating that Cusca. This is a plant that I just discovered lately that the Maya used to eat. Cusca is delicious. It tastes like cucumber. So I ate that, the Cusca plant, I drank the water, and that was it.
And did you have like what would be your normal kind of everyday routine while you went that long without water? I hear you say you were coming to Philadelphia
to do a speech.
To speak. So you were traveling, and I mean, you just weren't, it's not like you were bedridden. You were active.
No, I wasn't bedridden. I wasn't bedridden at all. I was working in the village because I have a lot of work to do. have a lot of work to do in the village, building these huts and directing certain programs, the organic electric agriculture program that I have going. So I was busy. You'd be surprised what water does. You see, water, I learned the uses of water in Ecuador. The people of Vilcabamba, their diet is 78% water, 22% solid. Because the body doesn't need that solid food. It needs fuel, and the fuel comes oxygen and water.
Let me ask you, you said the pH
yes.
in your village, where the thermal water is,
yes.
is 9.8.
9.8.
And that is compared to what would be in the American water system here.
Well, 9.8 is a very high level pH. It's hydrogen ion concentration. A high level pH and show that you have the amount of oxygen that the body needs, also the minerals. You find that in the thermal waters. In America, there is water here because it was Trinity. Trinity water was thermal, and it was 9.8. Yes, you find it in America also.
So let me ask you, so in essence, aside from the plant and the water, you fasted from all other kinds of solid food.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How long ago was that?
That was only about 8 months ago.
And you have a baby on the way now.
Yeah. She's pregnant.
Okay. You're 82 years old, and I'm putting some emphasis on this because it is highly unusual. Do you maintain that it shouldn't be so unusual, or that it's not something so extraordinary about you that other men ought to be able to produce?
Men could do it. Other men could do it. Any man could do it. What I did was to depart from the usual diet that most men indulges. Changing the diet, because remember, I was impotent. I was impotent at 30. How was it that I could have been impotent at 30 and I'm making babies in my 80s?
A whole lot of viewers out there want to know.
Sure. But see what happened, the information that I got in 1964, many brothers and sisters may not have received that message yet.
And that message is what?
That message came from a Mexican. The message was showing gene food consistency, meaning your cellular predisposition determines what you should eat. So when I went to Mexico, I had already traveled to Russia. I was in St. Petersburg. I was in London. I've been to Spain. I've been to many places in Africa. I was asthmatic. I was impotent. I had diabetes. I was in fact crazy. I was placed in an insane asylum in New Jersey in 1961. Schizophrenia and paranoia. So I'm schizophrenic, paranoia, I'm impotent, I'm diabetic, I'm asthmatic from birth. So I go to Mexico. And the man asked me, where are you from? I said, I am from Honduras. He said, we cannot talk. I said, why? Because black folks doesn't come from Honduras. Maya comes from Honduras. Maya and Paya and Lenca. So where you from? Oh, I'm from Africa. Now we talking. Now because you are from Africa, do you believe that God was drunk when he put black people in Africa? I said no. Well, do you believe that he put a diet there for you? I said sure. And what's the diet? Rice and beans and potatoes and yams and cows and hogs and lambs. He said not so. That's not the diet of an African. What is the diet of an African? He said the same as the Toltec and the Olmec. All that which is native. But I didn't know these things because I was a Muslim.
Okay.
You know, I was in Islam. I love Islam.
Yes.
Islam gave me a whole lot of good things. I mean, I met Elijah Muhammad.
Okay.
I met the messenger talking to him like I'm talking to you.
Okay.
But the messenger's information at the time needed a little bit more help.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me that I could not eat meat any longer, no lamb. I could not drink any milk. And I abstained from all these things, and here I am now at 82. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life.
Okay. In the opening of this show, I talked about you having worked with Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Can you tell us about how that came about and what kind of work you did with him?
I was home a Sunday afternoon in Los Angeles on La Cienega. Somebody threw a rock at my window. When I looked outside, it was Randy. Well, I had known Randy over the years. Randy Jackson, yes, Michael Jackson's brother.
Mm-hmm.
So he came upstairs. What's it? My brother want to see you. I said, who? Michael. Michael? Michael want to see me? I'm the least of the individual that people want to see. I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. I went to see him. And he said he was in agreement with me traveling with him. And I told him that I would be able to help him. He couldn't sleep. He was in a very bad emotional state.
What time frame, what time period was this? Do you remember?
In 2004.
Okay.
I was with him from February until September
2004.
At the ending of September, I told him, I said, you know, you're singing, you feel good, you're looking good, I'm leaving. He said, don't leave me. I said, why? He said, I want you by my side, but I have a business to build. But I love Michael. Michael, beautiful. Beautiful brother.
What did you do for him?
What I did for him was this. I gave Michael an intracellular chelation. An intracellular chelation means that I'm going to clean every cell that makes up every organ that totals his biological structure. Because he was full of a whole lot of drugs, you know, the pharmaceutical drugs. Yeah. Couldn't sleep. His nerve was shattered. So I began treating him. Yeah. And at the ending of the period, he was doing good, and I left.
Yeah. Okay, so let's deal with this, because there might be some folks out there that are looking in here and they're saying, well, how did you learn to do these things, one? And I would say, and I think we have something that we'll end up showing on the screen here, regarding in 1979, I think it was, you were charged in New York City with practicing medicine without a license. You were ultimately charged, indicted, and taken before the New York Supreme Court. And I would advise my viewers who might be questioning your authenticity.
Every disease known to man. Did he use herbs or chemicals? He said herbs. I said, thank you very much. Sex, a substance to me. But he was making a mistake. So I'm sitting in jail, and I'm happy. When I got out of jail and when I went in front of the judge, I asked 3 questions.
And they were?
They were, Your Honor.
You defended yourself?
Of course I did. Okay. Your Honor, is it a fact that the Holy Bible teaches that the herbs are for the healing of the nations? She said, yes. Is it a fact that science shows that the human body is carbon-based, and to complement a carbon-based body, you must have a carbon-based substance to complement it? because the body only accepts a substance through the process of chemical affinity. Chemical affinity is important. It's an electrical transport. Chemical affinity. The body could only accept what it is made of, not something new or alien to it. Last question. Your Honor, is it a fact that the father of medicine, Mr. Hippocrates, the man that established the principle of medical science today, cured every disease known to man, did he use herbs or chemicals? She said, herbs. I said, thank you very much. I rest my case.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I understood that the state were unprepared to defend itself. They were unprepared because in the past there was 2,781 cases that came before the Supreme Court and lost. I won. Not only did I prove scientifically, but I had these diagnostic sheets, and I do have them today. And those diagnostic sheets didn't come from me. They came from their schools, their American accredited, medical accredited schools.
Did I read it correctly, where there was some requirement for you to actually bring patients, a patient into court from each of those maladies, and that you brought multiple patients in court who, one, testified themselves, and that you had medical records, one showing that they were victims of the disease, and then showing that it had been cured by one doctor, and then a second doctor verifying what the first doctor had said.
Yes. We have to remember this, that whenever you make a statement that goes against the grain, you better be prepared. You better be prepared. The judge said that I had to bring one of every patient that I had cured, and there was one that said others. The others was a man that came from Italy. He was paralyzed. But I was supposed to take 9. I took 77.
You took 77 patients in court with you?
That's correct. But I knew that my brain was not the same as your brain or any other brain, right? We're unique. So when I make a statement, they're going to take my statement and pit it against philosophy. It doesn't fit. I represent an entity that isn't philosophical.
And that entity is?
Well, it's an African one. I'm an African. And we have to remember that. You see, we think that we could take a philosophy out of Europe or China and inculcate that into the African brain. It does not resonate. It cannot resonate. You cannot be yourself when you've been adulterated. Being that I am an African, I'm going to look at things the African way. And the African way seems to reduce things to the least common denominator. And guess what I found? That there's only one disease. Not two, not three, one. When I opened my big black mouth and told the judge that, oh my God. What did you say? I said, Your Honor, there's only one disease.
And what is
Could
that?
you substantiate that?
Okay.
Of course, I'm not going to just deploy a bunch of empty words. I represent a country. I represent a people. I represent a race. And I represent myself. I'm not going to undermine myself. There's only one disease. The judge said, what is it? I said, you already know. She said, try me. It was a woman, Ann Feldman. I said, Your Honor, when someone has sinusitis, what is obstructing the nasal passage? She said, mucus. And when another has bronchitis, what is obstructing the bronchial tube? She said, mucus. And when another has pneumonia, what's covering the cells of the lungs? She said mucus. Dr. Victor Herbert, who is defending the state of New York, jumped up and said, what about AIDS? You and your one disease theory? I said, Your Honor, this doctor is saying that I believe in a theory. I am the last individual on earth that could believe in a theory. I do not lend myself to theories or philosophy. Either I know or I don't know. He's talking about theories.
You're talking about the real deal.
I'm talking about reality, not theories, not philosophy.
So please share with us.
So she said, and what about AIDS? She said, well, he asked about what about AIDS? He want to know where the mucus. I said, Your Honor, have you been to an AIDS ward? She said, yes. I said, what is it that the AIDS spits up every 5 minutes? She said, mucus. Where is the mucus? It's in the skin, it's in the blood, and the lymphatic system that makes up the immunological system. That is where you find the mucus, Mr. Victor Herbert. How can you disagree with truth? You see, what happened, I didn't go to school. I have never been to school. I have never attended any school, kindergarten, grade school, high school, or anything. But I had parents that kept me anchored to the African way, not to the Chinese way, not to the European way, not to the Japanese way. I am an African.
Were your patients all of color?
No. I have patients that are white. I have more white patients than I have black.
Okay, so this scourge that, has just run rampant, through the world, AIDS. Can you walk us through as much as you can a step-by-step process where you have a patient that has AIDS and you do X, Y, Z or A, B, C, and then the patient no longer has AIDS? Can you walk us through that?
Of course. When the first patient was a brother in Boston named Michael White, and a sister, she's from D.C. Oh boy, I forgot her name right now. But she told me, she said, Dr. Sylvie, my brother has AIDS in Boston. So what do you do? I said, well, I must send him the compound. The compound that I made were made to cleanse the cells. They come in the category of phosphates, carbonates, iodides, and bromides. Now we are entering the science of biochemistry. These are food and vitalizers. I remove from the man's diet lactose, uric acid, and carbonic acid, milk, starches, and meat. By removing these things from his diet and then cleansing his cells, he begins to see recovery in 24 hours. And so it went. They kicked him out of the hospital 2 weeks later. Memorial Hospital in Boston, Dr. Bonanno. Then there was a young man in D.C., Zelma Peterson is her name. Zelma Peterson here. She was the one that introduced me to my second AIDS patient, and from then it was all the way alive.
Okay. Now, you have documented.
I got proof now.
You have proof.
I have books with the documents in them, diagnostic sheets.
Yeah. And the medical world still puts out that you are a quack, crazy man, you're not credentialed, and that you run scams on people. But you have documented proof of healing people. Now, I know that you have you reference a compound in Honduras.
you also operate out of Los Angeles also. So when you get a patient now, if you have a DC patient, does that DC patient need to go to LA or Honduras? Or?
No, we treat them. In fact, we send 1,000 packages a day throughout the world right now. Israel, Hong Kong, China, Russia. We have people in the building up from Russia. We have people from all over the world. We send packages all over the world. You don't have to even be in Honduras. But it is good to go to Honduras because the thermal waters are there. And they accelerate the process of healing. Once you immerse your body in it and you drink it.
You speak of Honduras.
Now, about the medical science saying that I'm a quack, I do not blame medical science for making that statement. Because my race has never done anything on that level of endeavor to express itself able to cure diseases on that level, in other words. So, sure, I'm a quack, but I don't care what they say. What I was concerned with, not medical science, because I know that they're the one that was violating. I am not the violator. Hippocrates did not establish the school of medicine by using chemicals, because the chemicals cannot assimilate. A chemical cannot assimilate with the human body. An herb can, because they are electrical. Herbs are electrical, and we have yet to understand that. I was concerned with the black leadership of America, not medical science. When I had cured these people of sickle cell, and lupus, and herpes, and blindness, I was happy. I said, now I could go to all the leaders. I could go to Minister Farrakhan. I could go to Jesse Jackson. I could go to Al Sharpton. I could go to Oprah Winfrey. But what I found out, I was mistaken. I was wrong. They are not interested in the healing of any black people.
That's an explosive claim.
That is not an explosive statement. That is a reality. There isn't a black leader in America that is interested in the health of the black race.
You say that because they refuse to interact with you?
They are not in the position to respond. If they were, my first case of AIDS was cured in 1984. And since then, we've been curing people of lupus and herpes and cancer and blindness. Not one black leader ever said, well, let us have the brother.
That you just mentioned what some people in hushed tones refer to as the C word, cancer. I have friends right now that have been victimized by that scourge of a disease. Two fairly close to me who have been going through chemotherapy. We just recently had the lieutenant governor from the state of Maryland, and the governor of Maryland has cancer, and he's been going through chemotherapy treatments, and he talked about how devastating those treatments were. So you obviously don't treat with chemo. Why is it wrong for a cancer patient to be treated with chemotherapy?
Chemotherapy is an approach that destroys cells. Chemotherapy doesn't distinguish between good cells and bad cells. It destroys cells. It's an acid approach.
What kind of approach?
Acid.
Acid approach, okay.
My approach is an intracellular cleansing. What causes disease in the first place? An acid condition. Well, let us sweep it out. Let us find the plants that are consistent with cleansing. You see, we just begin to wake up. We just begin to realize that we are way in a deep deficit.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean that we have never spent time in analyzing or even trying to understand the difference in our genetic predisposition. We have never understood the science of biochemistry. All of the folks that have came to us, they came to us with history, bunch of history, a lot of religion, a lot of philosophy, but none of them came with a food that would help me to live as healthy as I possibly can. Look carefully. We're not going to make excuses no more. Because if we continue to make excuses, we're going to go deeper into the deficit. Just recently, a report came out that the Christian diet needs to be examined, re-examined. Because in the Christian diet, you have people eating hog, potatoes, rice, and beans. But if we take this substance to a biochemist, he's not going to find any food in any of these substances. So why do we eat these things? Then we get sick. I always use a black woman in the jungle. For some reason, she keeps showing up. This black woman in the jungle keeps showing up as setting the standards and raising the bar. Why?
Tell me what you refer to when you say this black woman in the jungle.
Oh, I mean, this woman was the woman that set the standard. This woman didn't die because of disease. She didn't have any hospital in the jungle. She didn't have any doctors. She didn't have any medicine. That's why Hippocrates said that your medicine should be your food, or your food should be your medicine. Because the African people didn't have a doctor. They didn't need him. Because they didn't have any of the substance that would violate the biology of the individual. So how long did they live? Do you and I know how long those Africans lived in the forests of Africa before the chemical people came? Furthermore, my mama wasn't naked. She was natural. Because to say that my mama was naked in the forest is to say that God made clothes.
I mentioned Michael Jackson. You talked about your experience with him. I remember a provocative, very interesting profile that was done by CBS in an interview with Lisa Left Eye Lopez, who we also mentioned at the top of the show. Can you please tell us what your experience was with her? Because
Lisa.
she said, we have the footage, that she was committed to spreading the word of Dr. Sebi. What did you do with her and for her?
I don't know why Lisa would say that she was spreading the word of Dr. Sebi, because she healed Dr. Sebi.
She healed you?
That's right. This young lady came to me because she needed help, right?
Yes.
Her eyes were blinking really fast, and she had a little thing that she was suffering with that she wanted to get rid of. And she got rid of them. And one day she said to me, you know, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. She's in a 21 days fast. No, sorry, 42 days fast. Lisa came in the hut where I was living with these 2 cups of sea moss. Sea moss is known as Chondrus crypsis. I had her drinking sea moss. She said, you know, you have helped me, but you need healing. And she was right. I was in a state of disarray, and I didn't know it. It took a woman to show me that. And Lisa was the one that showed me that.
And what do you mean that you were in a state of disarray?
Well, at the time, I was involved with 3 different wives. I had 3 wives then. Matum, Annette, and Ma'a. And my life was not as stable because I had other women pregnant. You know, a young girl, 19 years old, was pregnant.
Outside of those 3?
Yeah, outside of those 3 wives. Her name was Fanny. She had my little girl now that run the village named Salma. She's 20. So Lisa said to me that I needed help. And you know, I didn't realize how much help I needed until Lisa told me that morning, and she was right.
What was the kind of help you needed?
I was like emotionally out of it. I mean, I was out of it.
And were you finding? Did you realize that you were finding temporary security, affection, or love through the of the?
It's something that I never depended on from a woman. In fact, I don't even like it. You see, look, listen carefully.
I am.
The thing that moves Sebi is that object on the horizon that always keeps showing up.
Every moment.
Not the love of a woman. And this was given to me by my mother. My mother said, look, when you were born into the world, you didn't born with a twin. Okay? So you remember this, that the love that's going to secure you through life is the love that you offer yourself, not the love of a woman. That could come and go. I've been married 4 times. I came home and found my wife in bed with another man. I didn't even feel bad. I felt good. My grandfather always said, get another quick.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful. Look, these are the things that we need to cultivate, not the dependency of another. Why should you be dependent on me to love? On yourself. That love that you have for you, that love would never die. But if you depend on me, why would you want to do that? I mean, why would I even want the love of a woman when one day she tells me, well, I don't like you no more? Well, that's fine. Keep on stepping. But my friend John, he didn't do that. He killed himself. Miguel Angel Cruz on the ship. I was a merchant seaman. He killed himself. He jumped over the side of the
Over
ship.
that thing called love.
So your love, this word love, we need to re-examine that. I love women. Every woman I've been with I love now, but I do not depend on their love. You ask about the young lady with us, she says she loved me. She's 25, ask her. I'm 82. After putting me jumping for joy. Not so. My eyes is on the prize, which is Africa. I don't believe that I would ever feel as comfortable as I would like to feel if I do not accomplish the goal that I'm pursuing.
And it is.
Help in Africa to get out of this.
And I understand that you've had some disappointment and frustration in dealing with African governments and African leaders, that after you have presented your body of work and these different people that you have healed, and Africa, many countries in Africa are being so desperately in need of a way to address, just to start and stop with AIDS. But for the most part, they've rejected your approach.
Of course, and they were right to reject me. Not only Africa, I quit my job as an engineer to go to Dominica. I went to Dominica, and I was happy. Beautiful island, beautiful people. And people were cured of blindness, diabetes, and a whole lot of other stuff.
You said people were cured. You helped.
Yes, while I was there. And Miss Mary Eugenia Charles said, you got to go. I said, but Miss Charles, I'm doing a service here. Look, you got to go. Okay? She kicked me out. Me and my crazy self, I went to South Africa under the leadership of Mr. Nelson Mandela. I said, well, I went to the Board of Health. I said, this is what I've done. And I showed them all my documents and diagnostic sheets. AIDS is devastating South Africa. So I thought that because I could do this job, that I would be received with love. That's all I wanted, love, right? Understood. Mandela said, get out of here. Nelson Mandela, wait. Another one, Mr. Mugabe from Zimbabwe. Oh, I got to Zimbabwe and took all these boxes of compounds and oh, I was happy. I was do some work in Africa to get out. I said, wow, what's wrong with me? What have I done wrong? But when I look at it carefully, the African were right to kick me out. They are right to reject me. Every African country is 100% right.
Why do you say that?
They are right because the African people are totally unaware that what they are eating is undermining their struggle, undermining their own existence. Africa is eating starch and blood. Starch and blood. Now, let us take that to the laboratory and see if there's food there. No, there's no food.
You mentioned earlier that in the Dominican Republic, in a sense, that there were multiple maladies and you had an impact in curing. And one of them you said blindness. The issue of retinitis pigmentosa, if I'm saying that right, is certainly one form of blindness. What in the world is it? Because on the surface, these positions that you take and the claims that you make are what anybody would say just simply unbelievable.
Of course.
However, those who suffer from these maladies want to have a form of hope. So I would ask you to work with me here and walk me through meeting someone who's blind and what you do to and with them to give them sight.
You know, when I was kicked out of Dominica, I didn't know where to go. My wife said to me, let's go to St. Croix. She said, I don't know anyone in St. Croix. I don't know anything about St. Croix. But I went. When I got to St. Croix, everybody in St. Croix just hated me. They found delight in hating Sebi. Because Sebi was making these statements. And they upset people. I'm broke now. I just quit my job a year ago. And I don't know what to do because the woman kicked me out of Dominica. And I spent all my money trying to buy things and a house. So while in St. Croix, things are looking bad. I got to call my brother to borrow some money. So one day, my wife said to me, I want you to go to the supermarket and buy the food for the children. We got the last $200. When I got to the supermarket, on my way out of the cash register, somebody in line in the back said, Dr. Sebi, I want to thank you for curing my husband. I said, man, I have not cured anyone in St. Croix. No, you cured him in Dominica. He was blind. I said, wait. The only blind man that I have ever treated and cured, he's in Los Angeles, Mr. Fredericks. She said, no, you cured my husband. I said, but how could I cure your husband? He was blind and I didn't know it. She said, the policeman that used to come and pick up the remedies and take to my husband didn't tell you what he had. My husband was blind for 11 years. So you're asking me, how could I cure a blind man without seeing him? Well, let me say this. The philosophy of Europe claims that when you're blind, something wrong with the eyes. The philosophy of Africa says, or the understanding of Africa is, not so. When you're blind, something is wrong with your stomach, your intestines.
So
you clean the intestines, your eyes begin to clear up. This is a science that is unknown in the world.
Known or unknown?
Unknown.
Unknown.
But it worked for me. The other day, a young man named Mr. G, beautiful young man, brilliant young man, said to me, my sister had lupus. Who killed lupus? Nobody.
Who killed?
3 months later, his sister doesn't have lupus anymore. I was happy. I had cured many lupus before, but I wanted this one to work because this is my friend, Mr. G.
And you know what, Dr. Sebi, I am putting some focus on the issue of this retinitis pigmentosa because I know someone that I am very close to that is 16 years old,